Dude, I want to get the gold again, dude. I haven't been gold in a while.
I'm Josh Gates, and these are my expedition files. I was 9 years old when my neighborhood nemesis, Jimmy Donovan, walked up to me in the schoolyard and punched me square in the face. It hurt. It's not pain I'll forget, and I won't forget who did it either. Jimmy Donovan.
What the fuck?
Some attackers are
I'm just standing by myself.
Or what they are.
Yeah,
Alright, I love you.
We study the files of three people whose attackers remain unknown. From a terrifying UFO abduction
So
in the wilderness to an unimaginable
Sorry, I
crime
love
that
you.
shocked the nation, to a shadowy super weapon first fired at innocent
I just took that
American in Cuba. For each of our three stories, the question remains the same. Who was behind these shocking attacks? We begin here, just after dark in the White Mountains of Arizona in the fall of 1975.
He's booting you, bro. What's happening?
Ew.
When we get back to
For these 7 young men, it's a night they'll both never forget and also struggle to remember. They've been working all day, chopping down the pine trees that cover these mountains. What they don't know is that their drive back to town will become a road trip like no other. One of these men will suddenly vanish in jaw-dropping circumstances, setting off one of the most gripping and bizarre missing person cases in history. Pretty soon, people all across the country and the world will be asking what really happened to Travis Walton. In the summer of 1975, Travis Walton is a member of a 7-man logging crew hired to thin out trees in the Apache Sitgreaves National Forest. They're a tight-knit, hard-working group. Then, several months into the job, on November 5th, as they head back to town, everything in their world changes. As they drive along the rocky forest road that they've traveled countless times before, suddenly the men are stunned by a large, mysterious object floating in the sky.
what the hell is that?
While fear grips the rest of the crew, something inexplicably draws Travis Walton towards the light.
The shot, boy.
Travis, come back! Hey, Travis, come on back here, man! Travis!
Who else finna crunch that shit?
Gripped with panic,
Hey, Julian, you can shoot, bro?
flee the scene.
Yes, you can. Alright.
15 minutes later, when the light appears to be gone, they return to the site to find nothing. No craft, no light, no Travis. Their friend has vanished. So, they race to the nearest phone to call the sheriff, Chuck Ellison.
Our friend's been taken.
Though he's skeptical, Sheriff Ellison accompanies the men back to the scene.
Travis, come back! Travis!
But after a search that drags late into the night, they're forced to call off the hunt as the temperature plummets.
I thought he was gone.
If Travis is out there somewhere, he's in for a brutally cold night. Over the next 5 days, the sheriff's office and volunteers frantically search the area.
Yeah. A shot.
In an odd moment that would become relevant decades later, the logging foreman and others recall an investigator using a Geiger counter. When they test the men's hard hats, the needle jumps way up. But let's file that away for now, because this small logging crew is about to have their feet held to the fire. 3 days after Travis goes missing, the sheriff's department administers polygraph tests for the 6 loggers. The men deny any involvement in Travis's disappearance, and they all recount the same bright light in the sky. They pass with flying colors, but there's still no explanation for where Travis Walton could be. 5 days after Travis's disappearance, his brother-in-law receives a call.
Hello? Who is this?
It's Travis.
He's stumbled to a payphone on the outskirts of a small town about 10 miles from where he disappeared.
Travis, buddy, you're gonna be okay.
When they find him, all he remembers is waking up earlier that night, lying flat on the road, with a light above him that disappeared.
Damn, niggas playing defense or what?
But in the days to come, Travis would remember more and more. And what he remembers transforms this from a simple missing persons case to an out-of-this-world alien abduction nightmare, unlike anything anyone had heard before. When the word gets out to the
Should we
public,
just throw some shit, huh?
reporters all over the world run with the story, creating a feverish interest that will last decades. But doubters also come out of the woodwork. The loggers are accused of fabricating an elaborate hoax to get them off the hook from running behind schedule on their logging contract.
I gave it back to
Write it off as ball lightning, a run
Hey,
with a military
get your
craft,
butt then.
drug-induced hallucinations, or simply a drunken prank. But Travis and the rest of the logging crew stand by their story, and none of the alternative theories can be proven.
Fuck that nigga slapping that shit.
But if it all really happened, where is the evidence? Well, some of the best evidence is Travis himself.
Oh, I've been past that nigga just bumped me though. That shit's crazy. He was wide the fuck open.
Clean for drugs and any intoxicants.
Bored out that shit.
Though he is dehydrated and a few pounds lighter, 5 nights of no food in the forest should have
Fuck,
made his
man.
body much more malnourished.
You're gonna be okay.
And perhaps the most amazing thing is that Travis survived at all. At night, the forest can reach below freezing temperatures. Few could survive such an ordeal wearing just jeans and a flannel shirt. Another point in Travis's favor is that he, just like the other crew members, takes a polygraph test. He too passes. So, at the very least, Travis believes his own story. And as days turn to weeks, months,
I think his
years,
IQ is
and even decades,
dookie.
Travis's story always stays remarkably consistent, never changing or shifting like lies sometimes do. And Travis seemed genuinely honest that the event had affected him deeply when I sat down with him 40 years later.
For years, the memory was so clear that every time I recounted the events, that I would re-experience that level of fear. My heart and respiration would go way up, and I would just be drenched in sweat after describing what had happened at that time.
Well, thank you for letting us consider the facts. Thank you for sharing your story with us. I really appreciate it. The Travis Walton story has been a mystery for 50 years, but it may not be a mystery for much longer. Thanks to an unexpected find at the original site, we may be able to reveal the remarkable truth of his story.
Thinking of updating my kitchen. kitchen. Thinking of redoing our kitchen. We are finally updating our kitchen.
For all those people who never seem to get around to it,
Breakfast number.
Chase has financial guidance.
See how you can start saving. Really?
Really? At home or in person. That's guidance from Chase.
Indeed, D.Y. We are.
Dreaming of getting to the big game?
I wanted to go sometimes.
Hey!
Priceline for the last minute flight deal. Travel safe, man. Travel. Priceline.
That
I told
baseline
myself I
ass,
was
man.
okay with my moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis symptoms.
With my psoriatic arthritis symptoms. But just okay isn't okay.
And I was done settling.
If you still have symptoms after trying Humira, Rinvoq.
They got you holding a big ass nigga.
Rinvoq is a once daily pill from the makers of Humira that can rapidly relieve joint pain, stiffness, and swelling as fast as 2 weeks for some. And even at the 3-year mark, many people felt this relief. Rinvoq can stop joint damage, and in PSA,
Why is he not holding him, bro?
clear.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin, serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events. Infections.
Oh, they letting cookie me, bro. No fucking way.
Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Ask your rheumatologist if switching to Rinvoq is right for you.
And take back what's yours.
Don't see me. Come on, come on, come on.
Charm when you ride, right? Make you feel safe and protected out there.
That's why I never leave home without a photo of the little ones. Bracelet from my husband.
Oh, you making pay. Yes, sir.
Lucky rabbit named Scoot. It's Swedish.
That's a whole rabbit.
Named Scoot. Well, there's really no need for a lucky charm when you ride.
Not when America's #1 motorcycle insurance got your back.
We're just going to ignore the fact that Carl has a rabbit.
Named Scoot.
For gentle, dependable
Nah, that's wild.
constipation relief, try Senecot. It works differently.
That's
from
wild,
medicine
D.Y.
Because it's made from the senna plant, a natural vegetable laxative ingredient. Gentle, dependable.
Worldwide.
Senecot. Also available
Stay there,
in
shit.
delicious gummies.
Swartz has 125 years of professional hair expertise. That's why I trust them to create the perfect blonde. To help you tell your story and feel more like you.
We back. Catch me.
Schwarzkopf, what story will you tell?
Hun, take Airborne. It has 7 key nutrients to help fill those holes your immune system may have.
What holes?
Things all over the place, bro. God damn.
New Airborne. 7 immune-supporting nutrients. Our most complete support yet.
Right now at Kohl's, you can find the latest spring styles for everyone in your family that'll always
Yeah, that bit, yo.
Plus, save extra 15% on your favorites when you shop at Kohl's and Kohl's.com.
Josh Gates investigates a Titanic conspiracy. Spoiler alert, it involves...
Damn, D.Y. You could have been past that. Come on.
Expedition Files, new season premieres Wednesday, April 16th on Discovery.
Wait, you gotta stay on
Was
feet.
Walton really abducted by aliens, as he
We got
and
these
his
niggas,
friends
man.
claim? It's a question that has puzzled the public for decades, but now there may finally be an answer. In 2014, UFO researcher and former
That's all you.
federal
Finish
agent
out. Yes,
Ben
sir.
Hansen returns to the clearing site of the original incident, with Travis by his side, to try and uncover any remaining evidence of the so-called UFO encounter. They located the exact spot of the supposed abduction, and, as it turns out, they found compelling new evidence that Hansen thinks could be the smoking gun.
Hey.
I regard the Travis Walton incident as the most well-documented case of alleged UFO abduction in history. But a lot of people dismiss UFO cases because they say there's no video of it, there's no hard evidence. In my previous careers of law enforcement investigation, you have to approach things very methodically, as if you're going to present this in court. So when I went
you see it,
back
D.Y.
with Travis to the scene of the original 1975 incident, it was very important that we actually processed the scene like a crime scene. We quarantined an area boundary, we defined it, we mapped it out, we gridded it out. And that's what we discovered. That the area that was surrounding where the craft was hovering had trees that seemed to have grown, like exponential growth compared to the other trees. And on one side of the tree, it's thicker, meaning those rings after 1975 were spaced further apart.
I'm about to say it's not nice, bro, to be doing that, bro.
They were all pointing towards one specific point in the middle. No matter where those trees were, they were growing thicker and bigger, facing the side where the craft was hovering. After the 1975 event, there were high levels of radiation that were documented.
You know it's me.
Hovering. I started to research radiation, and I came across a couple of papers. Now, these academic papers were written after the Chernobyl incident in the Soviet Union. Now, when the leak and the radiation had spread, most people would assume any living organism within that radius is dead. But if you also remember, think about radiation and its ability to mutate. And what they found was there was a certain type of pine tree, and these trees were growing much, much quicker because there was residual radiation left at the scene.
He just shooting shit.
This is compelling because with the Travis Walton case, the side of the tree facing
catch him, DY. You know you see it. You playing way too close.
Growth in the wide tree rings were occurring. So is it possible that the propulsion system or this discharge or whatever the effects of this craft had then radiated the trees, but only on the side facing where the craft was?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, boy.
And for years to come, it caused this unusual growth. So now we have evidence that seems to support the idea that something quite unusual happened in the forest that night.
Will this remarkable new discovery silence the doubters and finally prove the most high-profile case of alien abduction in history? Studying the data, it certainly does seem to show something beyond our understanding happened. And it happened in the very same place and at the very same time as Travis's alleged alien attack. But was Travis Walton taken by extraterrestrials? His controversial story has perplexed the public for 50 years. And in all that time, Travis himself has never wavered from his account. Meanwhile, science has come a long way on the question of extraterrestrials. Experts now theorize there could be 40 billion Earth-sized planets in our galaxy alone. There is a growing
consensus get me in the game, man. I'm doing too much passing.
Fuck that life does exist. Our next file takes us from a tale of alien abduction to the story of a kidnapping.
DY.
Much more human,
catch me.
And much more sinister. It's March.
Tag me in, DY, man. If you make that extra to me, I got you.
A man is putting his young son down to sleep for the night. But this is no ordinary father. He is world-renowned aviation pioneer and American hero, Charles Lindbergh. And the baby is his only son, Charlie Jr. What Lindbergh doesn't know is that soon his son will vanish into thin air. The tragic tale of the Lindbergh baby kidnapping captivated and confounded the nation. And now, nearly a century later, new analysis of evidence is revealing overlooked suspects with darkly disturbing motives who may have gotten away with murder.
We took him to the cup.
On an icy, stormy evening, an intruder slips through the window of Charlie Jr.'s second-floor nursery. And just like that, the boy is gone.
Come on, 2K, that goofy shit.
When Charles and Ann Lindbergh discover their son is missing, they're terrified. They call the New Jersey State Police. When detectives arrive, they find an envelope with a ransom.
Oh, hell no. I'm finna say.
The kidnapper wants $50,000 for the safe return of Charlie Jr. They also find muddy footprints.
Oh, yeah, come on.
There's no blood and no fingerprints.
Oh, I died.
They also discover a ladder with a broken rung, suggesting the kidnapper snapped it while climbing up or down. When the press catches wind of the kidnapping,
you had that shit.
An international firestorm.
Not a single bed is overlooked in the search for the most famous baby in the world.
You can't tell me that wasn't a sharp enough dot, DY.
In 1927, Lindbergh becomes the first aviator to fly non-stop from New York to Paris across the Atlantic Ocean. After he lands, he becomes the most famous man on the planet. And with so much fame comes incredible fortune. Lindy becomes one of the wealthiest celebrities in the world, making the Lindbergh family a target. Stealing Charles Lindbergh's son is an audacious crime, and police have little to go on. They launch a nationwide manhunt to locate the kidnapper and return Charlie Jr. home safely. Desperate to get his son back, wealthy Lindbergh agrees to pay the $50,000 ransom for Jr.'s release. But to catch the kidnapper, the FBI marks the serial numbers on the
money leaving him. Oh shit. Oh man.
Is set. If so much as a single bill is deposited in a bank, investigators will be able to trace it back to Charlie's kidnapper. The kidnapper receives the ransom and reveals that the boy is at Woodlawn Cemetery at Whitmore and Fremont. But when investigators arrive, there is no sign of the boy. Charles and Anne are devastated. It's a shocking setback. But detectives begin to wonder, is there more to this case than meets the eye? Months later, the kidnapping case takes a horrifying turn. Just 4 miles from the Flyers estate, Charlie Jr. is found dead in the forest. And when detectives look closely at the boy's body, there is little trace of blood, and Charlie has a hole in his skull. Even more alarming, several vital organs are missing.
Guess come on. 2K, come on, don't be doing me like that, bro. Come on, bro. That's fucking nuts. That's fucking nuts. You said what?
Outrage the nation. But a fresh analysis of the autopsy report almost a century later has inspired a controversial new theory that suggests an even more twisted and macabre motive for the young boy's death. If accurate, the identity
we should have went through. I've seen that shit.
Is almost unthinkable.
Good hit though.
Will trust.
I had sex with Matt behind my back.
Be broken.
If you don't want to be with me, I would stay in the U.S.
90 Day Fiancé, all new Sunday at 8. See it first on TLC.
Wendy's has a fresh JBC or double stack in the app for only $1.
Should have hit me, his
dumbass.
dumbass.
So fresh, this JBC is still getting made. There she is. Show off. For the freshest deals on what you love, gotta be Wendy's.
Well, Geico's 85 years isn't just about time, you know. It means experience. I mean, put it this way. If I told you I'd been jarring raspberry preserves for 85 years, what would you think? Well, at first, you'd be like, that has got to be some scrumptious jam. And then
you can take.
He looks fantastic.
But it has teeth.
Must know his skincare.
That boy playing like cat, ain't he?
Geico, saving people money for 85 years.
Big bug.
Every year, millions of noses are ghosted by their plugins.
We out of
New
here.
Airwick Advanced, our groundbreaking plugin that holds the scent for staying power up to 60 days, plus a fragrance boost button. Our noses won't be ignored again.
Great news, Spectrum Internet customers. Now you can try Spectrum Mobile risk-free for a full year at no cost to you. It's easier to
They keep
bring your own device.
everything out of reach as a foul, bro.
$500 per line. Spectrum Mobile brings you a
They put
reliable
us-
nationwide 5G
No.
network you can count on wherever you go. Plus, upgrade your phone anytime, as many times as you want, for any reason when you get Unlimited Plus. Call or visit a store near you.
Oh,
Our
I thought he just crunched on
to
him.
help you switch.
Win a really big design contract. Realize you're more of a creative type than a finance type. Use QuickBooks to get your cash flow flowing. Start designing. Manage and grow your business all in one place. Intuit QuickBooks, your way to money.
I'm not allowed to reveal the secrets of Jameson Black Barrel. Its carefully chosen select batch Irish whiskies, or its exquisite notes of toasted oak, caramel.
No, he there. His ass just selling. Come
It's the
on.
greatest whiskey I ever drank, and the greatest story I never did tell.
Sometimes my
He wasn't touching the ball. I promise you. I promise you, wasn't touching it.
But thanks to Sky Rizzy, I'm free to bare my skin.
Skyrizi, I saw dramatically clearer skin. And many people were 100% plaque-free. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms.
Hey, D-Wall. Boss. You acting crazy.
Now's the time. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Cream on the left, 1 more episode. Cream on the right, we crushed the whole series. Yes!
Oh, that was really good.
Oreo, stay playful.
Pass.
Dreaming of getting to the big game?
I wanted to go since I was a kid.
Try Priceline to get a last-minute flight deal. Travel safe, man. Child. Priceline.
My relationship with my daughter was
Keep
so
whooping, D-Wall.
impacted by
Keep
my
whooping.
divorce.
Ireland, your hair looks gorgeous.
Oh, wow.
What's your relationship with Ireland today?
No, you didn't.
Monday, April 7th.
I've become best friends with Sumit's mom.
This is the new me. Dan is enacting.
I should have hyped you, man.
Oh my god, he's with a woman.
90 Day Diaries, new season, Monday, April 7th at 9. See it first on TLC.
Months after the disappearance of
I
Charles
stopped it. We good. Come on.
young son, he turns up dead,
Pass
10
me.
miles from the family estate. And the condition of the boy's body is disturbing. There's a hole
That's a shot.
in his skull,
Give me one.
which is also crushed.
Fuck.
There is little sign of blood. And in a bizarre twist, some of his organs appear to be missing.
We'll slap that. Good D, boy. What they talking about?
Looking at
Damn,
the
never mind.
evidence, detectives believe the kidnapper dropped Charlie while descending from the nursery when their wooden ladder broke, creating the hole in Junior's skull. Police suspect that within minutes, the child dies from the massive impact.
Back at the top.
And the abductor
Fuck.
abandons Charlie's body in the forest. They suspect the toddler's internal injuries are caused by wild animals. When the press gets a hold of the story, outrage spreads from coast to coast. The son of America's greatest living hero.
One more, bro. One more, me, bro.
Grisly, brutal murder.
They really cheating me like crazy, bro.
Still can't find Charlie's killer. It isn't until 2 years later that some of the FBI's marked bills from the ransom are spent at a gas station in New
Go guard
York
yours,
City.
bitch.
Agents trace the money back to the man who buys the fuel.
Nah, his ass been starting off all the runs.
German carpenter Bruno
Goofy
Richard
ass.
Hoffman.
You are under arrest.
Looking into Hoffman's background, detectives are surprised. They see no connection between Bruno and the Lindbergh family. However, when they search Hoffman's old junkyard shack, they find over $14,000 in marked ransom bills. Bruno is arrested for the kidnapping and murder of Charles Lindbergh Jr. But Hoffman asserts he's innocent.
Excuse me.
Around the world, newspapers hail Hoffman's case the trial of the century.
He wanted that money so he could, and he did. Live a life of luxury and ease so he wouldn't have to work. He quit his job the day he collected the $50,000.
Ah, man, it be shit like this.
During his trial, Bruno's attorney claims the case against Hoffman is weak. Bruno testifies the money found in his garage belongs to a deceased business partner. Bruno's wife, Anna, testifies that Hoffman was with her the night of the kidnapping. And Bruno's attorney reminds the court that none of Hoffman's fingerprints are ever found on the ladder, the ransom note, or inside the Lindbergh nursery. But to the jury, the marked ransom bills are compelling evidence. Bruno Richard Hoffman is found guilty of murder. And on April 3rd, 1936, he dies in the electric chair.
I lost my fucking purple, bro. What the fuck, bro?
America is relieved. Justice has finally been served for the terrible murder of Charles Lindbergh's poor baby son. But many begin to wonder, did authorities execute the wrong man? In the years following Charlie's death, Biographers discover Lindbergh was obsessed with his son's physical appearance. Authors contend when Charlie is born in 1930,
You say we picking up somebody or not?
Happy with Junior's large head and deformed toes on his right foot, symptoms of the condition known as rickets. Some allege that Lindbergh, America's rugged, handsome hero, fears his own son looks like a weakling. Charles Lindbergh is also a believer in eugenics, a now discredited science based on the theory that one could use selective breeding to rid the world of genetically inferior humans. And Lindbergh was known to have a close relationship with the nefarious godfather of eugenics, Alexis Carrel. This leads a group of academics to come up with a new theory for Charlie's disappearance. In 2020, forensic pathologist Dr. Peter Speth conducts new analysis on the forensic evidence from the murder, and what he finds is disturbing.
When I looked at the autopsy report, there was something that caught my attention. The body, when it was found, was in a state of advanced decay. And the organs were gone. But what struck me was the face, the forehead was so well preserved. And the skin on the right foot was white. And yet the legs were skeletonized. How did that happen? How was it possible to preserve the face and the right foot? It suggests chemicals. So I began to research, what do taxidermists use to preserve the hide? They use what is called tannic acid, or tannin. Now I became interested in who had knowledge of tannic acid, and I hit pay dirt. Alexis Carrel.
As we know, Alexis Carrel is the godfather of the sinister theory of eugenics, who Lindbergh counted as a close friend. Dr. Speth speculates that this evidence points to a harrowing possibility.
I believe that Charles Lindbergh and Alexis Carrel carried out surgical procedures to solve some of these many problems that Chas Jr. had because he's abnormal, and then failed. So they personally were involved in the killing of that child.
Many find this theory too shocking to believe. However, there's compelling evidence supporting Dr. Speth's claims.
Why then preserve the face and the right foot? Well, if the body's in advanced decay, how are you going to identify the baby? And what are the two identifying features? One, the prominent forehead, and secondly, the overlapping toes on the right foot.
Dr. Speth further speculates that Lindbergh was certain that he wanted the body of Charles Jr.
That's what he had today.
So that no one would come out later in life claiming they were the lost boy.
Yeah, file turnovers today.
No doubt this is a highly controversial allegation. But there's one more detail that may fuel this theory even more.
How much points do you have?
Lindbergh was leading the investigation and telling the state police what they could or could not do. He had the baby cremated and put out an order that none of the evidence would ever undergo further scientific investigation. To this day, the governors, the attorney general, state police have been upholding that.
Charles Lindbergh was a larger-than-life icon who changed the world forever. But he was also a very complex figure, living a life of contradictions. Will we ever know what really happened that stormy night in 1932? Most Lindbergh authors, scholars, and historians dismiss this unsettling theory as too lurid to believe. My own take is that the evidence to support it is highly circumstantial. What cannot be doubted, though, is the true tragedy here, the senseless death of an innocent child. We now take you from the historic tragedy of the Lindbergh baby to an assault on American diplomats and secret agents in modern day. Welcome to paradise. But it's a paradise that's soon to be lost. It's 2016 on the island of Cuba, in a quiet, upscale neighborhood considered the Beverly Hills of Havana. It's a popular location for foreign diplomats and U.S. embassy workers. But soon, they'll be seemingly attacked by something terrifying, something beyond all comprehension. Doug Ferguson and Kate Husband are a married couple working at the U.S. Embassy in Havana. They're enjoying a relaxing evening after work. What they don't know is that their world is about to be turned upside down. As they prepare for dinner, a high-pitched sound suddenly fills their home. And it feels like something is drilling into their skulls and somehow piercing their brains. Is it all in their heads? Or are there far more sinister forces involved?
Will trust
I had sex with Matt behind my back.
be broken?
If you don't want to be with me, I would stay in the U.S.
90 Day Fiancé, all new Sunday at 8. See it first on TLC.
My relationship with my daughter was so impacted by my divorce.
You're hearing the voices.
What's your relationship with everyone today?
Hey.
Get off your...
Show off.
Wendy's has a fresh JBC or double stack in the app for only $1. In fact, they're so fresh, this JBC is still getting made. There she is. Show off. For the freshest deals on what you love, gotta be Wendy's.
When emergency strikes, first responders rely on the latest technology. That's why T-Mobile created T-Priority, built for the 5G era. Only T-Priority dynamically dedicates more capacity for first responders.
New Chipotle Honey Chicken brings a hint of pure honey and seared smoked peppers with fresh chicken hot off the grill. For Chipotle heat with a touch of sweet in a perfectly balanced sauce. Chipotle Honey Chicken takes heat and sweet to a whole new level.
Introducing Michelob Ultra Zero. Zero alcohol, ultra smooth taste. Just 29 calories. Stay in the game with Michelob Ultra Zero.
Standing in the cold bathtub because you don't know what to do about it? I'm what to do about it. I'm Green Goblin. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed. Green Goblin. Let the gobbler get it.
Alright, time to do some selling. That's going towards rent. Oh yeah, that's going towards girls' night. And that's going towards a new bag.
Your closet is worth more than you realize. Download the Poshmark app and start cashing in today.
Within 2.5 weeks, I noticed immediately a difference in my wellness, in my gut. It was the key element that was missing in my daily routine and has absolutely made me feel 1,000,000% better.
I tried everything for my stubborn dandruff, and then I found Nizoral. Nizoral works differently to get to the root cause of dandruff. In fact, its active ingredient is 10 times more effective at fighting fungus, the primary cause of dandruff. Say goodbye to stubborn dandruff with Nizoral.
Liberty Mutual is all she talks about since we saved hundreds by bundling our home and auto insurance.
Hey kid, it's pronounced Liberty.
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 Liberty. Liberty. No, she's mocking me. Very mature.
Hey, that's a nephew too.
Hey, I'm not the one acting like a total baby.
He's 2.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, liberty, liberty. Liberty.
This sweater? New? No. I've washed it 30 times with Brazil. The color's still vibrant for outlaid. Alcohol. Outside. It's vibrant wash after wash. Clothes look newer for longer with Brazil.
Right now at Kohl's, you can find the latest spring styles for everyone in your family that'll always pass the fit check. Plus, save an extra 15% on your favorites when you shop at Kohl's and Kohl's.com.
Embassy workers Doug Ferguson and Kate Husband are suffering the worst headaches of their lives after a high-pitched noise penetrates their home in Havana, Cuba. But Kate seems to get the worst of it. She deals with a constant state of vertigo, nausea, as well as brain fog. What they're experiencing doesn't have a name yet. At work, Doug makes a shocking discovery. The same strange things are happening to his co-workers. Dozens of U.S. Embassy workers in Havana are experiencing the same strange collection of symptoms: dizziness, trouble sleeping, vomiting, and short and long-term memory loss. This is definitely not the office flu. The media catches wind, and the mystery illness is dubbed Havana Syndrome. But it's not just limited to Havana. Cases with similar symptoms start popping up, affecting U.S. employees all around the world. There are incidents in Poland, Taiwan, Australia, Colombia, Tbilisi, Georgia, and Moscow. All the victims are either State Department employees, CIA intelligence officers, or their families. Is this all just a strange coincidence, or are dark forces at work? December 2017. CIA officer Mark Polymeropoulos.
Talking about I ain't gonna be point guard, nigga. I'll always be the better point guard. Watch your mouth, bro.
He's about to get taken out by an invisible attack.
I wake up in the middle of the night in early December 2017 in a hotel room in Moscow, and something really extraordinary is happening. My ears are ringing. I have tinnitus, which is very disorienting. It's a sound that never stops in your ear. I have an incredible case of vertigo. The room is spinning uncontrollably. I'm physically sick. I have a splitting headache, a migraine, and I'm realizing that something is going on much more than food poisoning. Something is happening to me, which was something that was very disconcerting because I've been shot at in places like Iraq and Afghanistan. I put my life at risk numerous times. And this is a feeling I've never experienced before because I had no control over what was happening. I was terrified.
It seems Mark is the latest victim of Havana Syndrome. 1 year since cases began, people start asking the obvious question. If American diplomats and spies are the only people affected, could this be some sort of targeted attack? The U.S. State Department is eager to find answers and sets up a study at the University of Pennsylvania. In March of 2018, 21 victims from Havana, including Doug Ferguson and Kate Husband, are flown to Philadelphia and put through a battery of tests at University of Pennsylvania's Center for Brain Injury and Repair. The doctors are looking for any possible causes of Havana Syndrome: a virus, neurotoxins, even mass hysteria or group psychosis. What they find is even more bizarre. Scans reveal brain damage in these patients consistent with what you'd expect to see after a series of repeated concussions. But none of these patients have sustained any kind of physical head injury. For some victims like Doug Ferguson, he'll make a full recovery 9 months after the attack. But his wife Kate is told that her brain looks as though it's aged 25 years
I was for the drive.
And is forced into medical retirement. And then, researchers at the University of Pennsylvania come to a truly shocking conclusion. They believe they've determined the cause of all of this: microwave radiation. Researchers point to the screeching cricket sound that often accompanies Havana Syndrome. It's consistent with something called the Frey effect, the sound microwave radiation makes when it penetrates your skull. And exposure to microwaves results in the excruciating symptoms that line up with those reported by syndrome victims. The Penn study doesn't pinpoint where the microwaves come from, but at the end of their report, they do mention that Russia has been developing capabilities around microwave weapons. Okay, feels like they might have buried the lead on that one, but come on. The idea that Russian spies are shooting beams of microwave energy at Americans, it sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie or a cheap spy novel. Except, it isn't, because they've already done it. American attorney Mark Zayed, who represents more than 24 victims of Havana syndrome, is leading the campaign to find answers to this mysterious illness.
I was provided an unclassified memorandum by NSA in October 2014, 2 years before Havana, that revealed the existence of intelligence information concerning a foreign adversary. Quote, with a high-powered microwave system weapon that may have the ability to weaken...
Who else wanna drink that shit?
...kill an enemy over time and without leaving evidence.
Despite this testimony, the government continues to deny that Havana syndrome is a real medical condition.
In summer of 2020, my symptoms are getting much worse. And so I make a decision to go public with my story because I was so desperate for healthcare. The agency is refusing to send me to a doctor. Again, it's the notion, all I want to do is see a doctor.
For over 8 years, Havana syndrome has affected American diplomats and officials.
Finally on the board
but its
with a
origin,
3-ball
and
man.
indeed its very cause, are still shrouded in controversy and mystery. Then, in March of 2024, a bombshell investigative report is published, perhaps revealing all.
Hey!
Will trust
I had sex with Matt behind my back.
be broken.
If you don't want to be with me, I would stay in the U.S.
90 Day Fiancé, all new Sunday at 8. See it first on TLC.
My moderate to severe Crohn's disease,
And my ulcerative colitis symptoms kept me
out of the picture. Now there's Sky Rizzy.
I've got places to go.
Whoa.
I'm feeling free. Controlling my symptoms means everything to me.
He had it, goofy ass.
And now I'm back in the picture.
Feel significant symptom relief at 4 weeks with Sky Rizzy. Sky Rizzy is proven to help deliver remission.
Oh, that was a dot. Fucking DUI. What was a dot?
12 weeks and 1 year.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight that may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or UC.
Ready to get back in the picture? Ask your gastroenterologist how to take
He went up with that. It's crazy.
AbbVie could help you save.
Attention, first responders from across the country. If you were in New York to help during the 9/11 tragedy or during the 11 months afterward,
Hey, on
and
it.
developed any of these cancers or respiratory illnesses, you may be entitled to a substantial settlement. A $10 billion compensation fund is in place for 9/11 cancer victims. Do not wait to file your claim. Call now and speak with one of our attorneys. The call is confidential and free.
You see it was kinda ugly?
Reach us online at firstrespondersettlements.com.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
And that is a sandwich.
I'm competing with a condiment.
At Ameriprise Financial, we know our clients are so much more than clients. They're conquerors and champions. And what matters most to them matters most to us. It's no wonder we have a 4.9 out of 5 client satisfaction rating. Ameriprise Financial.
This is going viral. But you know what should go viral? The fact that Kelly Blue Book My Wallet on Auto Trader gives you personalized monthly payments before you buy. Thousands of life.
When our camera gear came down in a crash, finally played with his cocks, helped in a flash. 'Cause there's no business like small business. Whoop it!
How could anyone possibly
Oh,
know that
wow.
every single one of these pistachios is guaranteed
That's
to be
hating
wonderful?
right there, boy.
By reading right here. Wonderful pistachios are the pistachios that are wonderful with the word wonderful on them.
Dreaming of getting to the big game? Try Priceline to get a last-minute flight deal. Travel saves me.
Crunch, boy, we out here. Come on.
Priceline.
With the Chase mobile app,
things move a little more smoothly. Deposit checks easily and send money quickly. That's convenience from Chase.
Long before Travis Walton, the idea of aliens captivated pop culture all the way back to the pulp magazines of the 20s and Orson Welles' famous radio broadcast of War of the Worlds in the 30s. But in 1959, Soviet astrophysicist Yosef Shklovsky dropped a cosmic bombshell that sent UFO fever into a global frenzy. He suggested that Phobos, one of Mars's moons, might actually be an artificial satellite. That's right, a Martian Death Star. Shklovsky believed the strange orbit and low density of the moon were clues that it was a
Hey D-Wow, oh my gosh, that's how you coming?
Civilization of ancient extraterrestrials. And even though his bold theory was categorically debunked, it did nothing to diminish our collective obsession with the hope that we aren't completely alone in the universe. The truth.
Oh man.
Right, guys? This is the supposedly unsinkable Titanic.
On the season premiere of Expedition Files, Josh Gates transports himself onto the Titanic to investigate stunning new evidence of a conspiracy that...
Why was it say, bro? I thought they called the timeout. I say that shit goofy, bro.
More than just an iceberg. Expedition Files, new season premieres Wednesday, April 16th on Discovery.
Your life is pretty smart, but when it's time to eat, suddenly you feel out of sync. Refresh your routine with Factor. Chef-prepared meals delivered with a tap, ready in 2 minutes. Imagine dinner on autopilot and enjoying Tuscan tomato chicken without lifting a finger. Upgrade your plate. Optimize your nutrition. Eat smart with Factor.
Consumer Reports ranks car brands on more than 50 road tests, reliability surveys, owner satisfaction surveys, and safety ratings from IIHS. And for 2025, Consumer Reports' most reliable automotive brand is Subaru. It's no surprise they also named Subaru the best overall automotive brand. Get 2.9%
He pissed me out her hooping.
Subaru Outback during the Subaru A Lot to Love event going on now.
Hey, he just got mad.
For gentle, dependable constipation relief, try Senecot. It works differently than other laxatives because it's made from the sen of plant, a natural vegetable laxative ingredient. Gentle, dependable Senecot. Also available in delicious gummies.
You see, you think you're cooler than me. That's that shit though. I ain't gonna lie. You got your eyebrows.
I told myself I was okay with my moderate to
We should have lied me. I was coming through.
symptoms.
With my psoriatic arthritis symptoms. But just okay isn't okay.
And I was done settling.
If you still have symptoms after trying Humira, Rinvoq works differently. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill from the makers of Humira that can rapidly relieve joint pain, stiffness, and swelling as fast as 2 weeks for some. And even at the 3-year mark, many people felt this relief. Rinvoq can stop joint damage, and in PSA, can leave skin clear or almost clear.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin, serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events: infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant, or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Ask your rheumatologist if switching to Rinvoq is right for you.
And take back what's yours.
Hey.
Welcome to the 100-degree sweat test. Which one of these two antiperspirants can stand
That boy is still at the bed. He crazy.
up a notch? Looks like ordinary antiperspirants can't take the heat. Ordinary antiperspirants can't fight sweat better than Secret Clinical.
Starting in Havana, Cuba in 2016, cases of a strange sickness affected
Switching my pastel after this, bro.
working for the government all around the world. Many victims believe it's a deliberate attack, but U.S. authorities remain stubbornly unconvinced. A new investigative report could change all that. October 2021 in Tbilisi, Georgia, a quiet Eastern European town along the Russian border. The wife of an American diplomat is home doing laundry. Suddenly, as acute ringing fills her ears, her head feels like it's in a vice grip, and a knife is stabbing her brain. Panicked, she sees a car outside she doesn't recognize. Standing next to it is a tall, well-dressed young man. She locks eyes with him before he turns and leaves. For 3 years, she suffers with the painful effects from that day. Severe daily migraines, hearing problems, and 2 major surgeries to repair holes in her ear canal that her doctors can't explain. She doesn't know what happened to her, but she's convinced the man she saw outside her home played a part. It's a face she can't forget, but never expects to see again. March 2024, investigative journalist Christo Grozev is working on his biggest story yet.
Oh, that's crazy.
Of Havana syndrome. As part of his investigation, he is interviewing the diplomat's wife.
We want to see if you can identify this man.
And shows her a picture of a young blonde man. She's
that shit was some bronze shit right there.
And dread. It's the man she knows is responsible for her 3 years of torture and torment. The man in the picture, Albert Averyanov, a Russian military intelligence operative. He's part of a secret unit inside Russian military intelligence known only by its code number, 29155. In March of 2024, Grozev and his magazine, The Insider, released the shocking findings of their investigation. Grozev uncovers a secret Russian cable.
Oh my gosh.
29155
that might be the craziest shit I've seen.
On the development of non-lethal acoustic weapons. After 10 years of confusion and suffering, this document and the entire investigation possibly confirmed the cause and the culprits behind Havana syndrome.
Y'all fucking up my dots like that is crazy, bro.
This issue becomes very problematic because, in my view, and I think in the view of many others, this is an act of war. And so it then...
We should tuck that mini. Take that mini.
What does the United States government do about
Show shots up.
Perhaps that's one of the reasons they don't want to get to the bottom of it, because then the question
hey,
around the National Security Council or in the White House is, what do we do?
Officially, the U.S. government still says they do not believe Havana syndrome is caused by any kind of weapon. The CIA, the House Intelligence Committee, and the National Intelligence Council all state that there's no conclusive evidence a foreign adversary is responsible for the phenomenon. But try telling that to Kate Husband, Mark Polymeropoulos, and the hundreds of others who are convinced they've suffered, and are still suffering, due to some kind of secret attack. So, is a Russian intelligence operation really to blame for Havana syndrome? And are we standing on the precipice of a new and terrifying kind of warfare? Hopefully, the answers will soon be definitively on the record. But be warned, the truth
I had to feed him one time and he's bitching.
I'm Josh Gates. Until next time, travel adventure.
He got up there though, didn't he? He hopped up on that shit. I didn't know he could get up like that. Damn, y'all all just gonna move right there, huh?
Car number 6, we are moving.
4 Alpha, repeat 4 Alpha, window seats, teams on all sides.
Turn that boy up, man. She got your eyebrows. I forgot what that shit called. What is that shit called, DY? You said what is it? Cooler than me. Word.
Speed. 238 kilometers per hour, closing state.
You alright over there?
I do love Captain me some bad guys.
Wait.
Civilian in plane, repeat, civilian in plane.
Hey.
Clear. Confirm. Confirmed. Clear. Go ahead, clear.
You shipping to the same place?
Yes, sir.
Alright.
Yeah, I was your best ever. I was impressed.
Where'd I hit him?
Neck. On a moving train.
Delete it.
Henry. Come on, listen. 4 shooters whiffed on the sky before you got the call. All right, 4. All of them studs. You bring them up. It was beautiful, all right? Got emotional, tear fell.
Delete it.
I believe it. I believe it. All right.
That's what I thought you was doing. I thought you was going. You know, why would I throw it to him? Come on now. Hell no.
Can't do this.
I got him in his neck. I'm aiming at his head. Other lines of work, you can lose a step. Not this one.
Still the best we got. Best anyone's got. Believe me, I keep track. Not a soda, not today.
Meaning?
He's here. Are you sure? Are you really retired?
Yes, sir.
I'm sure.
Hey, it's hey.
A lot of guys can shoot, Bill.
They aren't you. They don't have the history you do.
Yeah, I think the history might be the problem.
All right. We've been through a lot together, you and me. Make the world safer. I'm just not going to trust a new guy like I trust you.
There was a kid, beautiful little girl, right next to him. He's 6 inches off. She's dead.
Come on, go up with that dunk, my nigga. Damn.
This time?
Nigga's got an 89. He sometime me as fuck. Sure make no sense.
I didn't feel the shot. Not like I should have.
72 kills now. It all starts to mess with you a little bit. Deep down, it's like Where's Jerry?
Jerry retired. I couldn't take any more of this bustling pace. I'm Danny.
And, Henry. Are you, 2346?
Hey, thank you, Henry. So what are you fishing for?
Peace and quiet. And mackerel.
Heading out to Breacher's Point?
Is that what you recommend?
Seems like a nice enough day for it. Not much of a live and let live guy, I think it.
Definitely allergic to bees. You a student or just a fish whisperer?
Working my way through grad school. Marine biology.
UGA Gary.
Go dogs.
Well, you be careful around here. There's some dogs out on these docks too.
Nothing I can't handle.
This shit is boring, bro. I can't even lie.
Ask how business is. Could have been yours. It's good to see you, Harry. You too, Jack. What are you doing there? Feeling sexy?
Thanks for coming so quickly.
Of course. You still married?
Yeah. Wife's on a shopping trip to Paris. Son's in boarding school. You?
Nope, no wife, no kids, no Paris.
It's the next war.
Oh my gosh.
So what you got?
Recognize him?
Who's asking?
Your old friend is afraid you're in trouble.
Me? I AMF'd him in the edge. Tell you who he was. Valeri Dormont, terrorist.
No. Valeri Dormont, molecular
Yeah.
biologist, who worked here in the States for 30
Brody gotta get his double-double.
I read his file. Bio terrorist.
The file was like, bio.
Around me, we out.
I don't know here.
Oh, he finna get his shit.
A friend. From the other side.
Alright, well, I need to talk.
Why you shoot his free throw like that?
Skype, FaceTime.
I need to talk to him, Jack.
Now I get out. He owes me. File, I'm wrong. I just want you to be careful. Just make up for all the
Got my purple bag. I'm getting off this shit. Shit's boring. You listening to Jello right now? Oh, this shit 2 times rep? Oh shit, I might have to stay on this shit. I might have lied, DY. This shit 2 times rep. I just got 7%. On me, I'm staying on.
Rest contact. Wish you had. All I got to do.
On me.
Love you, brother.
I'm staying on, man. Fuck that. I need the rep.
Pity. I always liked Henry.
Henry is VIA, Clay. He's one of mine.
He knows you lied to him.
We have a tail on him. Standard protocol for retirement. He'll be contained.
He has Dormont's contact. He's gonna pull on that thread until he's pointing a gun at our faces. What about his handler, the bald guy?
Patterson, he won't be happy, but he won't cross me. He'll fall in line.
I'll tie this off. Make it look like a Russian off.
You'll do nothing. I can handle it.
What if he whipped
I will not let you be pissed.
The lower the better. See how I'm not like enough for you? Yeah.
We have to clean up our own messes.
You are, but you aren't.
It's only work twice. You know, you have to understand it's not true.
You gotta know Bitch, if you use the phones in this video, I know the hoes look at you like a weirdo. You probably on some Diddy shit. Let me know in the comment section what phone do you have. Okay. Now let's do it. Serious question for anyone who has a Samsung. Do you have any hoes? And nigga, don't lie. I don't think niggas with this phone have a girlfriend, let alone have any girls in that bit. You're gonna get your bit took by a nigga with an iPhone. How are you gonna FaceTime your bit? Nigga, you a fool or you have the motherfuckers with a home button on their iPhone. Bro, you might as well have a Samsung. This is trash on so many levels. My homie got this phone and he said he can't FaceTime motherfuckers since his phone don't got the update. Nigga, how? If you have an iPhone XR, let me know in the comment section how that going for you. I know this shit is ass. From a nigga who used to have this phone with no bitches on it, nigga, I know the iPhone XR is on the bottom tier of this bitch, my nigga. When I had my shit, this shit was lagging and breaking on me. So I can only imagine how it is in 20. Sister, how much money in your bank account? Which one? Give me one. It's about 40 grand in my hand, but every bill just Google it. How about that? Let me see a big camera now. Oh shit, he wasn't lying.
Okay, this has been fun, but
Man, that's at 7 mil. How long it take you to get there? As soon as girls start giving me money. Young fellas, young kings all around the world. Stop sleeping with these girls for free. You are valuable. You're worth more money than the girl with the nice boobs and the nice fat back. You're a man. You're the alpha. You're the protector. You're the provider. Charge her with your grace. It's to be in your face. Hey, Lala. Sasa, how much money in your bank account? Which one? Give me one. It's about 40 grand in my hand, but every bill is just Google it. How about that? Let me see if you camera now. Oh shit, he wasn't lying.
All right, let's hear from you.
And I heard the question again. It was a lot of detail, and I want to make sure I heard it correctly.
So basically what I said was, like, how do you feel?
That got your favorite sex position.
Ooh, yes, I want you to do this.
If you don't want to be with me, I will pay
Time to go home.
You gotta peel the road.
It's a predictable ride.
You're the best in my life, but not normal.
Pensions, onboarding, benefits, time off requests, taking payroll. They have to stop.
The cry for
Is that necessary?
No, neither is stressing over things that are automated. Take-Home automates everything. Less stress for you and your people. Set your HR and payroll to automatic and make the unnecessary necessary. What do you mean?
No specific reason, but somebody else just really go by, so we'll see what happens there.
Thank you.
That's all.
Berlin Wall.
Alright.
I was on this
Some of
desk.
these dudes,
People were hiding in Leipzig head. I was on this desk.
you know what I'm saying?
When Bernie Madoff got arrested, I was on the phone with my account with Brian Sherrill.
He ain't funny, he don't be making you laugh or nothing, baby. I'm talking about
A week ago.
all he do is leave you in the house and he be just hitting you with that. Just hitting you with that all day long.
I think you survived.
You ain't even been to the movie. What you be doing with him? I just be with my dudes. We be watching Netflix.
Can you see my phone?
He ain't take you to go see it on the big screen, baby. I'm gonna take you to go see it on the big screen.
You wanna take this one?
Tripping, baby.
Sure.
You want some popcorn?
What's going on here, buddy?
I'm meeting with him from after. We get to pass the 4-hour speeds, right?
Yeah, we got back to
Well, I used it to absorb hundreds of years of kung fu knowledge in like 20 minutes.
Baby, just putting it all day, that's it. That's all you got. I do the fuck with 30 bodies, always have a body person to help out you. That shit not gonna say what makes it worse and be the most vicious type of. This is why a top basketball player was killed right outside his house.
I don't think it works that way.
Noah Scurry
Oh,
was
it
a
does.
rising basketball star and top student with the highest SAT score in his school and a.
Master anything with the fastest wireless speeds. And internet customers get one mobile line included for 12 months with Spectrum.
Detect this. Living with HIV, Robert learned he can stay undetectable with fewer medicines. That's why he switched to the bottle. Dovato is a complete HIV treatment for some people. No other complete HIV pill uses fewer medicines to help keep you undetectable than Dovato. Detect this. Marnina learned that most HIV pills contain 3 or 4 medicines. Dovato is as effective for just 2. So you don't know if Dovato is safe and effective if you have HIV and hepatitis B. If you have Hep B, don't stop Dovato without talking to your doctor, as it may get worse or harder to treat. Don't take Dovato if you're allergic to its ingredients or taking Peptidase due to serious or life-threatening side effects. If you have a rash or allergic reaction symptoms, stop Dovato and get medical help right away. Other serious or life-threatening side effects include severe liver problems and lactic acid buildup. If you're female or obese, you may be more at risk. Tell your doctor about your medicines or supplements, medical conditions, liver or kidney problems, pregnancy, breastfeeding, or planned pregnancy. Detect this. You could stay undetectable with fewer medicines. Ask your doctor about Dovato.
At Cracker Barrel, there are no breakfast rules, because breakfast rules all day long. You could even have our sunrise special at sunset.
They don't really learn how to do it.
So come in anytime, and we'll break out the breakfast. Long after guests leave, viruses and bacteria linger.
Air fresheners out of scent, but only Lysol air sanitizer helps erase the trace, eliminating odor and killing 99.9% of viruses and bacteria in the air. Scent, check, sanitize, Lysol can.
You know, those pipes sure are loud.
This man that needs certain his expectations won't like the
Ignore it. Oh my God. Right. Last time, I took your precious revenge and made her mine. Now there's nothing left to take.
They're gonna love you so much. I have been here in the office every day for a day, and it feels like a year. I think these silly demons. Greg, where's your towel? Look at it.
Last time, I took your precious little bitch and made her mine. Now there's nothing left to take. Just go about it.
Because like you one of the girls like out fun at New York, just like he flies back to Florida. What's wrong with Dion? Hey, what's wrong with Dion? What's wrong with Dion? I said I will fly back to Florida and keep her.
25 years of faithful service and make some friends.
I'm like the island girl, you fine.
Yeah, I mean, not just fine, like fine and fall in love on some shit.
He said, my shit with me, my shit that, my shit with me.
My shit kept.
Boilermaker's a cop drink. You got cops in your family?
My dad was FBI.
Was?
Yeah, he died after trying to stop a bank robbery.
Sorry about that. File says you were 4 years Navy, 5th Fleet, by rank.
Yeah, I love the sea. Didn't love being stuck in a tin can with a couple hundred sailors, though.
Beats a bunker in Mogadishu. So then DIA, Defense Clandestine Services, recruiting, running assets. So then the Inspector General sticks you on a dock to watch a guy who just wants to retire. That doesn't bother you?
Well, this is adios, Henry. It's been nice surveilling you. Probably be sent somewhere else tomorrow.
You want to ride home?
No, thanks, fine. Right over there. Henry, why are you retiring?
Finding myself avoiding mirrors lately. So I'm gonna take that as a sign. Watch your 6 out there.
You too.
Night, Toe.
You should come look at the stars, Dad.
Hope you like the taste of my knuckles, Joe.
work on your kids. Concentrate, Henry. Better 5. This is a hard. Now, try again.
Now say you approach me.
On the tone of your abs, strengthen your legs.
Please tell me this means we're back in business.
Where are you?
Some goddamn surveillance.
Get out of there now. Do not go home. Do not go to your girl's house. Go to the bus station. Get a ticket in cash. You're not using ATM. Go somewhere where nobody knows you.
You sure?
Outside my window. Sorry, man. I made you a loose end. Come on, man. Reno.
Hey bro, is this event going on tomorrow?
Somebody just sent a team to kill me. You're still asleep. So that means you didn't know about it, correct?
No, of course not. I would have told you.
Shit, you running it tomorrow? Fuck it. We on it tomorrow? Alright, I'm off the show, bro.
Got a fast one?